2016 shaped up to be one of the busiest years for gaming in recent memory. Fans finally received games that had been in development for almost a full decade, like Final Fantasy XV and The Last Guardian. All three major console companies announced new hardware, and there were sequels galore. However, 2017 is looking to be no slouch either when it comes to games we're all excited about. E3 and a lot of other conventions paved the path for a lot of exciting games to come out this year. Hi, I'm Jacob, and your good pals here at the Leaderboard have compiled a list of games and consoles that will get you wishing 2016 was over already, even more so than before. So get your wish list ready, because we're checking out things to look forward to in 2017. Let's get started. Number 11, PaRappa the Rapper remastered for the PS4. You gotta believe! Everyone's favorite rapping dog is finally getting the remaster he deserves. Sony had apparently forgotten that it owns the rights to the cutest character in video game history and finally realized it in 2016. The remaster is finally coming out early 2017 and will feature the first game in its entirety. The best thing is that the artwork is exactly how you remembered it and it's only gotten a slight makeover. The demo is out now on PS4, so be sure to download it and you too can remember how surprisingly challenging the game actually is. Now we can only hope that Sony finally releases a third game in the series and will continue to always love PaRappa. Even Dread Fox, the voice of the beloved PaRappa, created a petition on his Facebook for Sony to make a third game. It's your move, Sony. If not for us, then do it for PaRappa. Number 10, Tacoma for the Xbox One, PC, and Mac. Gone Home hit pretty much everyone in the feels when it was released in 2013. It was the passion project of game designer Steve Gaynor and his incredibly small indie studio, Fulbright. Gone Home really set the standard of what a walking simulator game could be and how effective this method of design can be used for storytelling. In 2017, Gaynor and Fulbright are releasing their follow-up to Gone Home in a space adventure game called Tacoma. There's still very little known about Tacoma aside from the fact that you're a cool space person named Amy Ferrier who is exploring what appears to be the abandoned space station known as Tacoma. Oh, and we also know that the game looks super pretty. Like, ridiculously pretty. Although little is known about the game, it's safe to say that it'll hit us in the feels all over again, just like Gone Home did. Also, it's possible to pick up all the things and examine them intently because it just wouldn't be a Fulbright game if you couldn't. Number 9, Yooka-Laylee for the PC, Xbox One, and PS4. Is it just us, or does anyone else miss a cute bear in cargo shorts jumping around and picking up puzzle pieces? If you're in the Banjo-Kazooie emotional support group as well, then Yooka-Laylee is just for you. Yooka-Laylee has been stuck in the development cycle for quite a while now, but it's finally coming to us in early 2017. If you're not aware, Yooka-Laylee is being developed by a studio called Playtonic Games, which was founded by the godfathers who helped in making Banjo-Kazooie what it was. Yooka-Laylee is easily seen as the true successor to Banjo-Kazooie. The best thing about all this is that the project director of Yooka-Laylee, Chris Sutherland, was also the lead engineer at Rare and also voiced the lovable bear Banjo. All we can hope for is that he continues his record of making super cute looking characters sound super cute as well. Number 8. Horizon Zero Dawn for the PS4. Okay, so video games are pretty cool, right? You know what's also cool? A video game where you play as a super rad huntress and hunt down gigantic robot dinosaurs. And if that doesn't interest you in the slightest, then you probably need to go Google photos of robot dinosaurs and then come back to this video after your life has been changed. Horizon Zero Dawn is being developed by the studio Guerrilla Games, which is known for the Killzone franchise. The studio is dropping their gigantic futuristic guns in favor of equally cool bows and parkour skills that take down giant robot dinosaurs. What we know about the plot of Horizon is that players play as the huntress Aloy and her world is overrun by giant robot dinosaurs. She basically gets tired of living a sheltered life and actually wants to go out and kick some giant robot dinosaur butt. Can anyone blame her? The premise is great, the game looks absolutely gorgeous, and from what we've seen from multiple gameplay trailers, it's hard not to be excited for this PS4 exclusive that's coming out in early 2017. Number 7, Nioh for the PS4. Everyone loves getting utterly destroyed in the Dark Souls franchise over and over, and over and over and over again. So it only made sense for a game to come out that lets you get your butt kicked a la Dark Souls style, but you get to be a samurai instead. That is exactly what Team Ninja is promising with their upcoming PS4 exclusive, Nioh. The game looks visually impressive and the gameplay is smooth as butter. In a game that tests your skills and mental capacity, the gameplay has to be top-notch. It definitely plays as a game where if you die, it's your fault, not the game's. So be prepared for it to be your fault a lot. Like, a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. Also, the game is reportedly about 70 hours long, and that's with no fuss. So again, be prepared to die a lot, but at least you'll look like an awesome samurai while doing so. Number 6, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy for the PS4. It's fair to say that Crash Bandicoot quite possibly has the most impressive eyebrows in video game history. Naturally, it made sense that Sony would give those luscious eyebrows the current gen makeover. The remastered Crash Bandicoot was announced at E3 in 2016, but very little was known about it at the time. However, in December of 2016 at PlayStation Experience, Sony finally revealed a gameplay trailer that not only showed the first Crash Bandicoot game remastered, but rather the first trilogy in its entirety. Boy, do these games look pretty. And it's nice to see in a remaster that the development team keeps true to the original artwork and only tries to enhance the core art rather than changing it altogether. Looking at you, Spyro. We were all thinking it. I'm just saying what we were all thinking. Number 5, Project Scorpio. Very little is known about Microsoft's answer to the PS4 Pro aside from the fact that it's measured at 6 teraflops, which is a ton of flop. A teraflop basically boils down to the overall computing speed of a machine, and 6 teraflops is a whole lot. In fact, early reports are saying that the Xbox Scorpio could possibly be 43% more powerful than the PS4 Pro. There are a lot of little nagging flaws with the PS4 Pro, especially with what is considered true native 4K or just an upscaled version of 1080p. Microsoft is hoping that there won't be any of these types of questions with the Scorpio, but rather that it will be a beast of a machine touting all of its mighty teraflops, and also the highest quality pixels you've ever seen. Number 4, Mass Effect Andromeda for the Xbox One, PS4, and PC. The first live gameplay of Mass Effect Andromeda was finally revealed at the Game Awards in December of 2016, and gosh, does it look pretty. The atmosphere and world building feel very Mass Effect 1-y, which is great, and the gameplay looks like a revamped version of Mass Effect 3, which we also like. Also, this will be BioWare's first venture into the Mass Effect universe without Commander Shepard being the lead character. Rather, you can choose to play as either a brother or sister, and the game will play out differently depending on which gender is chosen. The player is called a Pathfinder in the game, whose job is to basically find new planets for humans to colonize. Also, the game takes place roughly 600 years after Mass Effect 3, so it's safe to say some stuff went down in the universe, most likely. While there is no official release date, the game is scheduled to come out in Q1 of 2017, so hopefully we can get back to space exploration and smooching aliens in no time. Number 3, Red Dead Redemption 2 for the Xbox One and PS4. There's pretty much nothing known about Red Dead Redemption 2 aside from the fact that it's an official game coming out at some point in 2017 and that it's a sequel to the wonderful Red Dead Redemption. Rockstar first started teasing the game with subtle but clear images on their social networking platforms, and it's safe to say the internet went absolutely bonkers. After various photos, Rockstar finally released a teaser trailer confirming that not only is the game in development, and not only is it coming out in fall of 2017, but that Rockstar knows how to make very, very pretty games, which surprises nobody at all. Hopefully we'll be getting more details on the story and possible looks at gameplay at E3 this year, but honestly, just knowing a sequel was in the works was all the excitement the fans needed. Number 2, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Is this a surprise to anyone? If you're surprised, then shame on you. Or maybe you just don't like Zelda games, which, hey, that's okay too. But there's no denying the cultural impact that the Zelda franchise has had on the world. It's arguably one of the most well-known series in the history of video games. Almost every entry in the series is well regarded among fans, but it's also fair to say that the series has been feeling a bit static in its console entries, which Nintendo is hoping to change up with Breath of the Wild. It's easily the most visually impressive Zelda game since Wind Waker, and it features an open world unlike any of the others we've seen in any Zelda game. Monolith Soft, the studio behind the Xenoblade Chronicles series, has been confirmed to collaborate on the project with Nintendo. It looks like Breath of the Wild's world is going to be absolutely massive. Plus, it'll be the first Zelda game in the series to have actual voice acting. Characters saying actual words, and not just mumbles. If that wasn't enough, the game is confirmed to have amiibo functionality and will have its own line of amiibo. The best thing about this is that you can use the Wolf Link amiibo and it will summon actual Wolf Link in the game and he'll basically be your best friend. Yes, please. And number 1, the Nintendo Switch. Many fans felt left in the cold by the Wii U. There were certainly a lot of gems among first-party support for the system, but the lack of third-party games and overall support just left the Wii U as an awkward hump in Nintendo's history. Nintendo is trying to change that entirely with the Switch. There isn't a ton known about the Switch in terms of specifics, but the core gist of it is that it's a home console that can also be taken on the go anywhere at any given time. The design itself is fantastic, and Nintendo has already stated that they're dedicated to third-party support for the system, with plenty of evidence to back it up. Nintendo is a company willing to take risks, even if those risks aren't fully realized to their potential or don't play out. Nintendo will let Microsoft and Sony have their bouts, and rather than conform to their style of play, Nintendo will keep being that goofy uncle who always wants to try something new. They're certainly proving that with the Switch, and based off that first trailer alone, it looks like fans of video games are in for a special treat once it's revealed. Also, how soothing is that clicking sound they have in the trailer? Once again, I'm Jacob, and thanks for watching Things to Look Forward to in 2017. Which of these are you most excited for? Did we miss any? Comment below and let us know. If you liked this video, check out some of our other videos by clicking the links in the description. And if you like getting more from your games, make sure to subscribe to the Leaderboard, where we help you game smarter.